with another video for you. And in this video is another video in the Slashback Saturday Challenge. So if you don't know, Slashback Saturday was started by my boy HORRORman, and every Saturday he picks a new theme and we have to pick a horror movie that goes and coincides with that theme. And this week's theme is games. So basically the challenge is any movie about games that has somebody playing a game in it, anything like that. So I decided to really dig deep, and the movie that I chose for this week's challenge is Stay Alive. Stay Alive is one of my favorite horror movies about games that I've ever seen. I remember going to see this in a theater and I was just blown away by just the whole premise of it, because your boy Horrorgamer, of course, is a big gamer. Love video games. I especially love horror games. As you know, Resident Evil is your boy Horrorgamer shit. So basically this movie's about this group of friends who the main character in the beginning of the movie loses a friend due to the fact that he dies in the game. So the premise of the story is, if you die in the game, you die in real life. And the main villain in this movie and in the game is Elizabeth Bathory. And if you don't know, Elizabeth Bathory actually existed way back in the day, and the shit that they said that she did in the movie with bathing in girls' blood, slitting their throats, abusing young women, all that shit's true. You can actually look that up and see. So they took the premise of real life horror and put it in this movie, which was genius. So basically the movie's about, like I said, this guy whose best friend got killed in the same way that he died in the game. So they decide, as the movie goes on, this guy and his other friends decide to have a gaming session, because when a gamer dies, you pay tribute to this gamer by gaming. So they're playing this game. It's the last game they ever played, and they're really just getting into it, and you have to read this prayer at the beginning of the game to get them going. So they all read this prayer and they all make their characters, and it looks exactly like each one of them. So in this movie, Elizabeth Bathory comes and kills each of these people as they die in the game. Like the one funny guy he is hilarious. I forget his name, but he dies by a stampede. So his car breaks down on the side of the road, and he hears horses in the background. And he hasn't died in the game yet, because he paused the game right when he was getting ready to die. So they were telling him that, you didn't die in the game, don't worry. And he was all happy, and then all of a sudden, boom, this horse and carriage come out of nowhere and run his ass over. Apparently the game unpaused itself, and he ends up getting whacked in the game. And as the movie goes on, as Elizabeth Bathory is trying to kill each one of these characters, it gets a little worse and worse. Like in the very first guy, the main character's boss, he ends up getting stabbed in the neck in the game. He gets taken out pretty early, so he's leaving the office, and as he's leaving the office, boom, gets stabbed in the neck, and so on and so forth. So I'd have to say this movie's a solid 8 out of 10. It wasn't perfect. The premise was really cool. Elizabeth Bathory, her character in the movie was really cool, and yeah, she whooped your ass for years. And she really, the one guy, the one cop, he's just a real douche. He turns on the game, whatever, he doesn't believe in it, and in the game he ends up getting his fucking head ripped apart. Well, he goes into a video game store to try to find out this game, and who made it, and he goes back to his car, and then he gets stuck in his car, and his head just fucking blows up. And his head gets ripped apart like in the game. And so, as they dive deeper into as the movie goes on and they dive deeper in this mystery, they find out that this guy made the game and used Elizabeth Bathory as the main character, and you find out Elizabeth Bathory's plantation is the set for the game. So they're running through this house, and here is the house from the game. So little things are happening, and it's happening in the game. Like there's this one scene where the girl's being attacked in the house, and the guy runs up in the game and drops a crowbar, and then the crowbar just shows up out of nowhere, and the guy gets in. Now that part's a little far-fetched, I get it, but it wasn't, like I said, it was a fun movie. It's a movie for gamers. It's not, this movie wasn't Macbeth or Shakespeare. This was a movie for gamers, for horror lovers, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I really hope they kind of make a sequel, because, I mean, the way it ended was after they killed Elizabeth Bathory, it's like a few months later, and the game actually releases worldwide. And the ending has like this pan out scene, and you can just hear people's voices in the background saying the prayer that gets the game started. So it kind of keeps her ghost alive. So they set it up for a second one. I'd like to see it, but I highly doubt that one would go to theaters. That one would probably be like a straight to DVD, but I'd still buy it. I love the movie. I own it. I own the digital copy, and I also own the unrated DVD. I don't even think it's out on Blu-ray, but if it ever comes out on Blu-ray, I'm definitely getting it. But definitely check out the Stay Alive if you haven't seen it. It's a great movie, fun. The game looks actually fun. I'd actually play something like that if it really existed. But, unfortunately a game like that don't. Well, horror, that was my Saturday Slashback Challenge video with gaming. Stay Alive. Definitely watch it. Like I said earlier, 8 out of 10. With all that being said, I love you guys, and as always, don't fear the darkness. Embrace it.